Boop.
Two guys, live at 5 somewhere. 5 is somewhere.
Hmm.
5 is somewhere.
Now, I agree with the guys that this music right here, a little loud.
They don't like the music?
I don't know. Nobody's telling me anything because I don't listen.
Oh, you don't.
I'm in the chat, though. I'm in the chat. Okay, so waiting on the song to end. And we're back! How's it going, guys? Welcome to week 3 of Pokemon League, guys. We've got the matchups here. We've got Will versus Aris, Jordan versus Mike. But as per usual...
Surprise at the end of the stream.
Okay. I didn't know about that. But we got a surprise at the end of the ring. And we're back! How's it going, guys? Oh, shit. Welcome to week... Need to go ahead and mute that. Alright, so it started playing what I was saying. Okay, anyway. Week 2. Oh, ooh, I should probably post in the league that we're live. No. Yeah. So let's talk about week 2 here. So these are the matchups here. You can see the teams. Is Raichu on there? Where's Raichu at?
He's right there on Mike's team.
Mike, yes. So Mike is fighting Jordan in week 2, and Will's fighting Aris. So give me 1 second. All right, so you're hosting. Okay. All right. So I don't remember all the people that came, but do you remember? Do you remember Will's team last week with the Venusaur? Well, I mean.
Last week, what now? What?
So Will's team last week with the Miltank lead that he started.
Right. That was another good choice.
Yep, we started in the standings. Yeah, he started retreating, which is never a good opening move. I mean, I think we can all agree on that. So he started retreating from the very get-go, and it was a bad open. But he kept the same team this week, so... Yeah, you got to look forward to the exact same team from Will, even though his week 2 icon over here shows, what's up, Jay? Shows Infernape. He picked that up last week for...
He kept the exact same team. Maybe he just like why?
Yeah, I mean, he could be saving it up, but I don't think that was the case this week. I think he just thought he could do it better than last week, and he wanted to show his team off more.
Yeah.
So we saw this same team, but from Aris this upcoming week, he picked up Blaziken last week. As soon as he picked up that Blaziken, I was like, fuck. Because Blaziken has that speed boost as his hidden ability. Anytime you see Aris's Pokemon, he's probably going to be having whatever their best ability is.
Nobody uses, I think I used that one time with the 3-person shadow trap. What is it called? Where you switch the rooms. And it makes
Trick Room?
Trick Room.
We don't see a lot. I would like to see Trick Room, but we don't see a lot of that right now. But Trick Room is definitely a viable move. It's one of Dusknoir's actually signature moves. Dusknoir was the first one to, I think, use Trick Room like that. But yeah, so we have a Reese team coming in with Blaziken. I think this week he actually decides to go Mega Gyarados instead of Mega Gengar, which Mega Gyarados, he returns from a flying water to a dark water, and he's a really good, as you might see this week, he's a really good substitute user. So I'll just drop that out right out of the bat. He's a good substitute user. Made me start thinking about substitute this week.
Swag.
Now Mike.
Swag you got there.
Mike uses a very similar team to Jordan this week.
So who is not playing this week?
Me.
You.
Me. It's me this week.
It is you. Okay. Now, how do you feel about that? Like seeing all these matchups? Are you ready for next week?
I'll be honest, I was relishing the fact that I didn't have to participate this week, and it's because I don't know what the fuck Aris does. Like, Aris will have a shiny fucking Pokemon of the version he has it, and I can't legitimately think that he's even cheating because he's just a good player, and not that it is cheating to like manufacture your Pokemon like, in the league setting. Technically, it's not. But let's just be honest. He fucking produces these Pokemon like bam, 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 and like I've been spending my time working my ass off on Oh, look at him! Look at him with the trick room. That's what's up.
My back pocket. Check out his
Good call.
So, Reese, let's be honest here. We need to know, how are you pumping out these Pokemon, especially with them being shiny?
He's not gonna say. He's not gonna
You're
say.
not gonna tell us?
He says he breeds them. We don't know. We don't know.
Wait, at the end of the day, as long as he's bringing who he's
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But
I know from like Pokemon Red and Blue, we all did the missing number, the rare candy trick.
not one person here on this stream or in this league is innocent of using missing no.
I don't think I've ever used missing. Oh, you mean like that?
Like using the glitch
Like,
for
I've
missing
never
no.
used it in battle, 'cause I
Oh,
was
sixth item.
Right? Dude, that was the craziest thing, the way they had you do it. You had to go talk to the old
Dude,
man.
the number of glitches in Red and Blue are just astronomical. If you go back and actually look at some, like you can fight Professor Oak, and he actually uses a missing no. He uses like 3 missing no's in that team,
Man
and
wears house shoes. Like,
he's not fucking around. He's not fucking around.
I'm already glitched out. I agree with these little house slippers on, and like I can't even remember my grandson's name.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and ignore however Aris produces his Pokemon. I've seen a box. In fact, I'll show it to you real quick. Not the stream, but I'll show my co-host here a good picture from Aris's team of just him, like what he's got in store. He posted it last week when he picked up his Switch. Here it is. Yeah, you see it. So this is his team though, like season picks. Come on, Facebook, speed up. You can kind of see it.
Yeah, no,
There it is. All right, so like he's got 3 Gengar that we can see. He's got a 2 Sylveons that we have right here. 4 Aerodactyls. 2. That's my Sylveon that I traded him. Yeah, he picked up Ferrothorn this week. That's what he's showing off. Ferrothorn's a big threat. And then you see this Jolteon over here in the top right corner. Like we didn't see that. Like we didn't see the wild card advantage.
not bring it. You could not bring it. You never know.
So he's got these just 3 magic card. 3 Gengars, 3 Chandelures, 2 Mewsticks, 3 Mewsticks, 2 Politoads. Oh, sorry, 4 fucking Chandelures. A shit ton. All right, he's got a shit ton. And he's got them already. So I don't know how this guy is producing them so quickly. You know what I bet it is? I bet he's just a more dedicated player than me. Fucking. No, he probably is though. But no, he has these. He has a good team. So his team. Let's talk about Aris's team real quick because this one's actually, and no offense to Aris, he just drafted really well this season. But his team started making me think of rulings for season 2, and what I mean by that is like. This dude's got at least like 5 Ubers on his team, and as far as Smogon ratings go, that Blaziken, that Serperior, that Gengar, like these Pokemon come out and they can really just off gate change the dynamic of the battle. And the only reason I mean like rulings,
Honestly, they're huge game changers.
there's a lot of them.
Everybody at a disadvantage.
There's a lot of them, and it was our fault for not drafting him this season. You know, neither here nor there. What I'm talking about though is like maybe we should limit the amount of Ubers that a person should have on a team. You know what I mean? Like maybe in season 2 you could only have 4 Ubers.
That makes sense because if you were making a particular team, maybe those Ubers aren't.
Okay, so here Reese responds. I've had most of my Pokemon already built for a while, so he already had them ready to go. Now Will's at a big disadvantage as far as that is concerned because Will is new to X and Y. He's new to Oris. He doesn't have a lot of stuff, although he's been very prevalent on the trading. And let's just go ahead and talk about the collusion. Talk about the collusion in the league. This week, even though they had a match, Aris and Will had a little trading session. I mean, it's nothing. They didn't trade any Pokemon off their official draft teams. What they did, though, was Aris had Pokemon made for Will. And let's talk about that. Will, put the work in. Put the work in, man, alright? Like, stop getting these handouts. Stop doing this. Stop getting these handouts.
As long as you're bringing the Pokemon that you say you're going to bring, how you do it.
Okay, so stop getting the handouts. But, so this is the week 2 stand-ups.
I got like 5 shinies. They're all IV trained. They've got their hidden abilities.
I mean, not just IV, EV trained now. I'll say my biggest stall was the EV training on last week. It takes a lot longer than I thought it did, dude. Like, I remember it taking like 30 minutes, but it really only takes 30 minutes when you're working on like an offensive Pokemon. When you're working on a defensive Pokemon, it takes a lot more time.
How do you do it? Because a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll use the actual training that's in the game.
That's what do you mean by well?
There's a couple of different ways you can do it.
I use the super training, which is called on the bottom thing. Some people still do old school EV training. Like, let's talk about Jordan. Jordan does old school EV training in Oris because Oris hordes were easier to work with. He says a lot of them were built since even before X and Y. Aris does. But anyway, so Jordan works with hordes, and what that is, like, he'll go into a horde battle where you're battling 5 Pokemon of the same type of Pokemon. Each of them gives you like 2 EVs, and he might have like Muscle Band on, so he'll get like.
That's what I was talking
yeah,
about.
like.
Either the hordes or whether
I personally do it on I do it on the super training, and that's with the soccer balls and all that. If you guys are unfamiliar. And another thing that I do with the super training is, like, let's say 2 of the Pokemon on my squad need super special defense, right? I'll train highest level special defense with 1 Pokemon on the soccer balls. I'll save up the extra training bags I get, nothing less than a medium and a large, and then I'll go to the Pokemon that's also going to train in that, and I'll have them attack the bags, and then I'll go to the other one and do the soccer ball, so they get done like twice as fast. And I save in my inventory. I always save double up bags, and I save reset bags so that I can train the Pokemon to the highest level that I need them to learn whatever moves they need to, and then I'll hit them with a reset bag.
I mean, that's a smart way to do it because you're doing 2 at once, essentially.
Yeah, I heard that Oris had some good hordes. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna let Kid Sid freestyle real quick because this beer makes me have to pee real quick.
So this week we're gonna be doing a week 2, and of course we have Will and Aris, and then we got Jordan and Mike. What I want to know from you guys is what's gonna happen in week 3. Week 3. Who do you guys think is going to bring it? Will it be Will? Will it be Aris, Jordan, Mike? I don't know. My big whole Pokemon kind of faded out a long time ago. Like, I have my favorites and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like, we played back in the day when we did our Nuzlocke or Asta. Like, I hate EV training. I hate breeding. I don't like it. I like the whole kind of like wonderment of it all. Like, being able to find what you get and use what you get to the best of its abilities. I don't know. That's just my thing. Like, I know as soon as Sun and Moon comes out, I'm gonna Nuzlocke it, like, right off the bat. But that's just me, particularly. But we'll see. I really want to know. Who's gonna bring it? Who? Ian said jumping shit.
First of all, I didn't say that, and second of all, yes, really though. So on the side point, I don't know what the fuck he said while I was gone. Wasn't listening.
So let's talk about who we're getting into first.
Oh yeah, good point. We're gonna watch William and Aris first.
William.
I like to call him William.
Is that because he's like new to the Pokemon?
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna be Nuzlocks are amazing. He says, I'm gonna say that I'm Homeboy Senpai. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop that line. I'm Homeboy Senpai. I've been helping him out. I mean, I haven't been telling him strategies, but I've been talking him through stuff. as much as possible. I'm sure he's been getting that from everybody though. We're all his senpai in this league. He's straight fresh.
I don't know what it sounds like. Reese is the senpai, and you guys.
No, yes. I'll agree with you on that. Reese is telling us what is. And honestly, I thought this week that Mike and Jordan's fight, I looked at their teams, I was like, I don't know what this guy's got. Like, I didn't see Jordan in the first round. But I am bringing it week 3, okay. I didn't know what he was bringing because he had bye first round as Jordan is Jay Herrera. Yeah, Jay is Jordan.
I mean, I got to the Jays, but I didn't want to make it.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing.
I had to mouth it to him, and
Wow.
Play at him,
And by the way, thank you, Jordan, for Jay Herrera, Jordan Herrera, for the background that we are all enjoying right here. He fucking made this for us. It's the Aloha region. Yeah, he did. It was really cool. I added that little Murasame Gaming purple thing in the background, but really under that is Murasame Gaming that he put there. I just was like, no, I want it to be purple. And I'm not all that big a fan of purple. It just, like, I don't know, it says Murasame to me. It says Murasame to me. So now, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the first round. We might pause it in between this round because I don't remember a lot about it. But this is a Reese versus William. And if you look at the teams, I'm gonna go ahead and take them to the side here so we can talk about the teams. We got Venusaur again, Dragonite again, Houndoom again. We got fucking Miltank, Hitmonlee, and Weezing. All the same Pokemon he brought the first round. I don't know if he's saving them up for next week. Oh, Jigglypuff's theme just came on. Great fucking song. Excuse me, audience. Blaziken, though, makes his first appearance. Now, we know Blaziken... I mean, I don't even have to fucking talk to you guys about this. Blaziken's leading. Blaziken's leading with Protect. Probably. I don't recall, really, but he's probably leading with Protect because this motherfucker has Speed Boost as his special ability, which has been banned in competitive play and in other tournaments, but we didn't fucking think about that.
I'm going to take a guess as far as Williams' first play. I'm going to say that it's Dragonite.
You know what? I don't remember what Williams' first play is.
Dragonite is easy.
You know what?
What?
Let's take a look. Let's go ahead and start it up.
Let's
Go ahead and start it up. Because I think it is Weezing.
Yeah.
I think that was a good call.
Let's see. Because he's probably trying to get the poison.
Watch the main screen. But remember his Weezing had Toxic Spikes last time? Yeah. His Weezing had Toxic Spikes like last time. Good call. And a Shining Weezing! A Shining Weezing! What are you doing?
Bulk up. It wasn't Protect. Okay. Oh, man, you know what? I'm going to get beefy here for a second.
Did he do the Protect?
He did not. He did bulk up.
Bulk up. Okay, that was a good fucking move. Because you normally... No, bulk up. Because you would normally expect like a Protect from him. But Taunt...
One hit.
No, not one hit, but almost. Sets up 2 Toxic Spikes, right?
He's able to get up 2? This is the first one.
Oh, the first one was Taunt. That's right.
That's right.
Second one was
So now
Toxic Spikes.
The only thing he can do is, I mean, at this point, he already has, one stage, and he's going to continue.
He has at least 2 stages
The
now.
only problem is that he's got to use that.
3 stages.
Yeah. But he's got
Of
he's
speed.
Gonna get that recoil each time. So
Yeah, but that doesn't even fucking matter. Like, if he's outspeeding everybody and sweeping them. Yeah, like, what are you gonna do? Alright, so let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and pause it right here. What the fuck are you gonna do to this Blaziken? This Blaziken has times 1.5 speed already. Every turn he's gonna go up a half of a stage's speed. And then this motherfucker has a bulk up on the first fucking go, which means he has extra defense and extra offense.
But he only has one stage.
One stage of them, but like, let's...
Still, out of everybody else.
What are you gonna do?
There's not much you can do. The only thing that you could possibly do... I got nothing.
I have something, and the only reason I even have something is because of Reese pointed it out in the comments of our last section, which is shit like Rocky Helm Pokemon that hit them with recoils, and like shit like that, or like protecting and you know, shit. Well, Rocky Helm's really gonna work really well against Blaziken because Blaziken's an all offense physical attacker. You're not going to see a special attack on a Blaziken. I mean, you shouldn't. You might, but you shouldn't.
What is he using right now? What is his attack?
Flare Blitz.
So, I mean, one, he's going to get a stat right off the bat. That's going to help.
And he probably is using Choice Specs Flare Blitz or like...
Well, no. Well, yeah, I guess...
I mean, we'll see. Anyway, continue.
I mean, we won't because there's no...
We're not going to see... Yeah, we're not going to see... Well, there is a knockoff on somebody, but I don't think they get to use it. Anyway, burns the Dragonite right off the bat. Dragonite's a physical attacker.
Nothing.
Just in general. Earthquake.
Okay, that was a smart play. That was a very smart play.
Does a good amount of damage to the Blaziken, but this Blaziken has a berry!
What does this berry do?
It's a citrus berry, bro. It heals 50 fucking damage.
But still, how much more can it take?
Red card that Speedy Bird. Yes, we red card that Speedy Bird. Next league, though. Next round, we'll red card that motherfucker. That dude should be fucking banned. And then the baton pass with the speed and into the Gyarados.
But wait, that's...
And now remember what I talked about. Hang on, let's just go ahead and pause this. Taunt did wear off. Second of off, we're seeing this Gyarados come in. Gyarados comes in with Intimidate, taking down Dragonite's attack by another stage. So he's down by pure half of a stage of or a full stage of defense or physical attack, just gone. And he's taking burn every turn. This Dragonite comes in. This Dragonite Mega Evolves. This Dragonite sets up Substitute. And then this Dragonite proceeds to take the speed and the physical bonuses that he got from Blaziken and just run the map. Damn it, my bad. This Gyarados proceeds to come in with this baton pass. And then Dragonite uses Earthquake on a flying Pokemon? What the fuck were you thinking? Excuse me. Oh no, what he was probably thinking was that this Gyarados was going to go Mega and not be flying anymore, which was a good idea. But he waited, which was an even better strategy on Arisa's part. Like, how could he... The only reason he thought of that is because the Dragonite already had used Earthquake. Yeah, okay, here it is with the substitute setup. What's this Venusaur that we already know had absolutely no physical attacks gonna do? Take the crunch. Set up Sunny Day for what? Chlorophyll speed boost. William! I don't recall. Venusaur sets up Protect. Doesn't matter. Absolutely doesn't matter. That Protect's not doing shit because it's not hitting him with a poison or anything like that. Comes in with the crunch KO, I think. Pretty sure. This is the shortest match of the league this week. No offense to Will again. Like Will
probably doesn't even watch the stream.
I don't think. No, he does watch the stream. I just don't think he was ready. I just don't think he was ready.
I mean, I give him props for using the same team, and I feel like, up against Aris just really knows.
Aris is so good. I mean, did you see that fucking thing? He just hit that substitute, and Gyarados had. Oh wait, no, that. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. That fucking Miltank had Rocky Helm. That was a dumb fucking move. Why does that Miltank have Rocky Helm? Why the fuck does this Miltank have Rocky Helm, dude?
Because he's trying out different things, and that's the other thing that you gotta do, Will. You gotta look online and kind of see what works as far as your teams go. I feel like there's a lot of things that you could do with your teams. The shinies, the IVs, and the EVs do not make the Pokemon. It's how you use the Pokemon. It's what they're moving, the synchrony of your team.
A synchronicity, but yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be a dick like that. Look at this Dragon Dance coming in with the Dragon Dance on a substitute. What are you doing? This dude just now he has 2 stages of attack bonus, 1 stage of defense bonus, 5 stages of speed bonus.
Will should be prepared next time y'all play. I know.
Will should be prepared next time, but like the opening move I think is the biggest thing about Arisa's team. His openers have been flawless every week. I didn't see that baton pass Blaziken coming, if I'm being totally honest. And Blaziken should not have the attack baton pass. With speed boost? Nobody should have baton pass. Not even Shedinja should have baton pass with speed boost. When I saw this, I was like, what the fuck you gotta do with this Houndoom? What the fuck you gonna Mega Evolve? I was like, you gonna Mega Evolve? What the fuck are you gonna do with this Houndoom, dude? When I saw it, I was like, oh, fuck that Houndoom, dude.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that Gyarados is probably the Pokemon of the week.
Ooh. That was week 1. Okay, let's go ahead and switch. Sorry about I thought it was gonna play both back to back. Let's go ahead and go to Jordan versus Mike. Pause. Full screen.
Well, I'm curious. Before
Yeah.
I play that,
Yeah.
For the people who are watching the stream right now, or who watch, what do we feel like we could have done better? What about for Will? What do you feel? Is it just his team? Is it how he's using his team? Because, I mean, I see that Dragonite. I see that Venus.
Weezing came out. Weezing did okay.
It was the correct thing.
Weezing did okay. And then Venusaur came out for no fucking reason. Dragonite came out for no reason.
I feel like Venusaur on that team, though, really has no purpose. What purpose does Venusaur have? Because something needs to be... If you're using...
Originally, what we talked about was that somebody else on his team was supposed to set up Sunny Day. Venusaur would come in as a support sweep.
He needs that Ninetales.
Yeah. Venusaur should have... Or that Charizard. For Charizard, why? Venusaur should have shown up with Chlorophyll Sweep. And then also the Houndoom should have showed up taking advantage of the solar or the Sunny Day. I mean, his opening move this round wasn't so bad. Having the Toxic Spikes Weezing, but it wasn't enough. It was the same thing, and he should have learned this from he should have learned this from the last week where I tried to set up Stealth Rocks on Aris. It wasn't worth it for his team eventually, but I don't think that he could have prepared for that substitute Mega Gyarados. No, yeah, that was a really solid move on Aris's part, and that's what we want to talk about as far as like, yes, bopped. That's what we want to talk about as far as possible rulings for season 2 is like. Maybe we should have a ban list. I mean, I'm not going to hate on him for having them.
Right, because everybody could have picked
him. And we all could have picked. We had Blaziken on the waiver wire for a long time, and Gengar as well. We all could have picked him. But maybe a limit on Ubers. I mean, like, maybe.
I mean, you can do the whole, what is it called? Like the Kitty League where you can only...
Yeah, he did not play the entry hazard.
Like, you can only use certain Pokemon between level 1 through 15. Like, you would only be Squirtle. It would only be...
Oh, yeah, I thought about that for Season 2, like, maybe going specifically instead of, like, as we have it set up now, you can go any form of the Pokemon. Maybe we set up where, like, oh, only Monferno, or, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think that's necessary, really, especially with, like, the level of players that we have. Like, Aris seemingly has an unlimited amount of Pokemon, including legendaries. I mean, where do you get them? I don't know. But no, I'm just fucking with you, Aris. No, but we have a higher level of play, so we shouldn't try to stifle players' ability to shine like Aris is this season. But what we should do is try to maybe even the playing field with some players who are less experienced, and those are what I'm talking about as far as rulings go.
Next weekend, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be holding a Pokeshop for all Pokemon players to learn the game and learn how to synchronize your team.
No, we really should talk about that, though.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Is that? I mean, I'm not committing to that, but maybe if I can, I could probably do it Sunday. He says can't wait till you play. He says he doesn't fucking think you're shit. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm a little drunk. Let's talk about Mike and Jay real quick. Mike and Jay's team. So, if we want to talk about some suspect nature, let's talk about the suspect nature in the league this week. So, I'm a third-party observer this week. I'm not committed at all. But 2 things happened this week that are suspect. And I mean, they're not really suspect. They're just kind of funny. So, first thing, Aris after their battle, makes a comment. Will, you online? Hop online. I got something for you. He hops online. He trades him some Pokemon. All you see in the status is like Aris being like. being like, holy shit, did you breed these yourself? And he's like, yeah, I did. And then I'm like, collusion! There's collusion in the league! But we already talked about how people could help each other breed, so it's not that big a deal. Especially some of the players who are less able to do such a thing, or don't have the stock.
I'm gonna need you to tell me your team, and then I'll have a set of 6 Pokemon that I need to breed for. You gotta tell me your team first, and then I'll get back to you.
So, no, but Will and him have the collision. So let's talk about the second suspect, Nature. We're only gonna briefly mention it because I don't think it's actually suspect, but it is funny. No offense. During the beginning match between Jay and Mike. Oh shit! During the beginning, look, I have a towel. The beginning match between Jay and Mike. Yeah. Shut up. So anyway, the beginning match between Jay and Mike. You can see it start up on Facebook. He's like, all right, I'm online too, man. Let's fucking get online. And then we follow up with, oh, what happened? And I'm like, what do you mean? What happened? And then what happened was their connection got interrupted, dude. Their connection got interrupted in mid-sweep from this victory bell, apparently. So suspect.
Anybody starts with real talk or what had happened was?
What had happened was.
There is already suspect.
So there's not really, but kind of hilariously possible suspect nature between the match. But this is the match that did end up fully completing. Let's talk about the team. So Mike, Abipom, Gardevoir again, probably with Trace, probably Mega Gardevoir.
I do have a question about that. Okay, as far as like, your Pokemon that you're bringing in, now could this Gardevoir, since we've already seen it with Trace, could it have another ability?
Now, we kind of set it up where at first we had talked about like, alright, since Eevee's a wild card, once you bring your wild card Eevee, you can't change it. But since then, I think it really, kind of is basically, since you have that Pokemon, you can bring any iteration of that Pokemon to any week. It kind of adds a little bit higher level of difficulty.
I'm not talking about as far as like Gardevoir and Gallade. I'm talking about as far as like Trace ability.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like movesets and abilities and stuff. You could bring Gardevoir, any moveset, any ability, any week.
Okay. That's pretty cool. That keeps it really fresh. That way you're not like, oh, I'm suspecting Trace this week.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why what you'll notice is if you notice anything, you'll see a different Sableye and you'll see a different Abipom this week. And this is Jay's first week that we see him competing. So we have Weavile. I believe you, Jay. I believe you. We have Weavile, we have Azumarill, we have Pinsir, Liepard, which I'm a big fan of Liepard, actually. I really liked when Liepard came out. I don't know why. I just liked him. Big fan of the last two Nidoking, one of my OG favorites. And since inception, Scizor has been, Scyther before him, one of my favorite Pokemon. Scizor is just dope. I love Scizor. And if you remember, Steven, in our league matches, our battles, I usually had a Scizor somewhere on there. I used them like once.
The real question is, I'm going to need you to hashtag team, whatever team you are in Pokemon Go. I just want to know real quick.
We're hashtag Team Valor over here, bro.
Everybody's Team Valor?
They should be, because that's the only correct team.
I'm just I need to know what our
Well, they'll talk about it. I bet.
Down in my book.
Let's talk about season 1, week 2, match 2. We're gonna watch it. Jay versus Mike. Mike's issuing the challenge. Scyther was every kid's wet dream back in the 90s. Alright, so off the bat, you see a different Valor! You see a different Sableye. Poltergeist. It's even named differently. It's a shiny. Starts with Will-O-Wisp. Great move on this Weavile because Weavile is a physical attacker. Weavile starts out with Sword Dance. Just a totally even trade there. He gets fucking... Well, no, that's the thing. He gets 2 stages. He loses 1 stage.
Right, I'm just saying the burn is just...
The burn does suck. He gets hit with the Confuse Ray. Now, that's a good little like, hey, fuck yourself kind of move. Yeah, Weavile comes in with a second Swords Dance, then a third Swords Dance. And just, I mean, what are you going to do? He comes in with the Icicle Crash, I think, and a OHKO on this Sableye because Taunt doesn't catch him. He was like, he's going to do Sword Dance again. Not going to do Sword Dance again, going to do Knockoff. OHKOing this fucking Sableye, completely ruining any chance of support this Sableye has.
He is a ghost buster. Get the box!
Completely ruining it. Now Charizard comes out. Charizard's trying to make him salvage this. He comes in Mega Charizard, comes in with the Drought. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Weavile's faster. Weavile's coming in with Icicle Crash. I think. Yeah, Icicle Crash. Icicle Crash. Physical. It's a physical. Yeah, and he's flying, so he's weak to that. Tailwind gets faster, I think. I'm not quite sure 100% what Tailwind exactly does. But it doesn't matter because guess what? Priority move. Weavile has Ice Shard. That's it for Charizard. And that's 2 of big hitters that are down on this team. Now you got a 4 fucking deficit here. Or 2 deficit for Pokemon left. Sandstream changes the weather again. You get nicked. In addition, that sets up Stealth Rock.
At this point, you know, my biggest thing right now is trying to get Weavile.
No, exactly. I was gonna say that too. Like, let's pause it real quick. I made the same mistake against Reese in week 1 with setting up Stealth Rocks. I knew for a fact he was going to lead Leaf Storm when I saw that Superior. I knew for a fucking fact it was going to start sweeping. And like I even posted in the group immediately after I saw the Superior. I was like, GG. Like, I fucking knew it was over. But no, he should not have set up that Stealth Rock. He should have hit him with an attack. It would have probably, with the burn, taken down Weavile that turn. But then Weavile proceeds to just run amok with this Icicle Crash. Because Rock is also weak to Icicle Crash. No, we see some extra shit. But, I mean, look at that. Like, burn that. One attack. Any attack. Could have beat him last turn.
Yep.
Could have not taken that hit.
But I'm surprised he doesn't have anything. Azumarill.
Azumarill is good. Yeah, GG. GG with that bulky son of a bitch. You remember that round 2 of the Pokemon League we played of Oris when I had that Azumarill? It was like fucking tank ass motherfucker.
I can never decide whether to do Sap Sipper or Superpower with Azumarill.
Superpower is an attack, Sap Sipper is an ability.
No, he has 2 of them. Huge power is what I mean.
Huge power, okay.
Huge power
And superpower, Sap Sipper is an ability. That's the one where, like, if he gets hit with a grass move, he eats it, yeah. Here comes this Liepard. Yeah, I think so. Special attack. And Sleep Powder. So Victreebel should have come out way earlier with the Sleep Powder, I think, in this, and that might have turned. Well, no, if he had put him to sleep, that would have stopped the burn. But he might have been able to beat him that way. And then Liepard just comes out and just. I mean, it's over. We know it's over. We're just waiting for it to happen now. I mean, this Victreebel is probably a good, like, tanker Pokemon, like we see. And this is definitely a Pokemon, no offense to Mike this round. This is a Pokemon to keep your eye on because, I mean, look how stocky this Victreebel is just staying alive. He should have done a Giga Drain a turn before that. I think he did, like, some other fucking move that was pointless. Or he's about to, where he does, yeah, against Pinsir, that's it. Like, he does a Giga Drain, and then, like, I mean, this Pinsir, When Pinsir becomes Mega Pinsir, and I totally forgot about Mega Pinsir, this Pinsir becomes a flying type.
Oh, so yeah, that'll
Swords Dance.
just in case.
But this Pinsir also has this ability, I think it's the bug ability equivalent to Pixelate, which makes all normal type attacks become bug type attacks. So he gets stab on all normal type attacks, aka quick attack becomes a bug type attack. With stab and weakness on a double Swords Dance. But then he uses Encore on the Swords Dance, so Pinsir would have been forced to use another Sword Dance. He switches out. Well, and that was a bad move actually, because when he switches out, whenever he switches back in, that Pinsir, because he's a flying now, he takes double damage to the Stealth Rocks.
Oh, okay. Maybe you just wasn't thinking about that. But
It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't
I
matter.
will say this video
Yeah.
is definitely
It was a bigger threat than it ended up being in the end of the round.
I still want to see this video game. I'm still waiting for it.
We don't get to see the Nidoking. I'll go ahead and spoil that for you.
Spoiler alert. Yep,
No.
I think they become flying type, yep.
They do. So, and who would have prepared for Mega Pinsir? Like, who even fucking thought of Mega Pinsir? I didn't even fucking think of Mega Pinsir. I'll tell you what I'm thinking now
What?
about Mega
I feel like
Pinsir.
when you're building your team, you almost have to build
You
a
see-
couple of megas in mind.
Did you see that stone edge or whatever? The Stealth Rocks just hit him when he came in. He got down to like 20 HP. But now he has quick attack with stab bonus.
But I mean,
And with look at this. Boom. Look at how much damage that did. That's a quick attack.
avoided the attack.
Yeah, he dodges. He's like, juke!
What? I bet he was not expecting that.
No, not at all.
Hey, we take those.
We take him.
Ambipom, I hate the way this man. You know who he reminds me of? Did you guys ever play Super Mario RPG? Did you ever play that?
I played Super Paper Mario. I played Paper Mario.
Super Mario RPG? Yeah. Anybody here play Super Mario RPG?
They're not gonna answer you for 10.
He reminds me of Punch Man.
Hit him with the Swords Dance Scizor.
Nice.
Okay, what Scizor got? Bullet Punch.
Oh, the
Bullet Punch.
It's gonna come through.
Bullet Punch with stab and a Sword Dance every time. And guess what's weak against Steel? Fairy type.
Didn't see it coming, did
And guess what else he has? Technician.
it? What's that? Oh, that's if it's on
It boosts up the Bullet Punch already. So stab, Technician bonus, weakness, Bullet Punch priority, KO, OHKO Gardevoir. Tyranitar's not doing anything. He's not going to do nothing. He's going to come in with the Sandstorm and doesn't even affect Steel types. Bullet Punch. And it's over. It's over for that dude. Boom. Bullet Punch. Priority moves. Now, they talked about this in the Facebook. The priority moves really is what gave Jordan the benefit in this round, because he had the Ice Shards on that Weavile that let him get the early momentum, and then this Bullet Punch let him sweep.
I feel like the Victory Bell was trying its hardest to get the
It really fucking did. It really did. It tried. It tried, but it didn't end up doing it, unfortunately. So there we have it. Second week goes to Aris again with the highest score in the whole league. 6-0. Oh yeah, the number one headband. They're coming for you.
6-0.
Burp. Excuse me. Now Mike loses his second week, which I feel like, no offense to Jay, was an upset. Like I feel like Mike had that type-wise on his team, and I feel like Jordan just played a better game. Everybody priority over here, he says, and I would agree with that. I think he just played a smarter game. Yeah, so he just played a smarter game on him, and Mike ended up losing this round, but not without a good fight. I would say Will made the mistake. He even was like, he asked me like immediately. Yeah, he got it by this third week. Yes, yeah, he does. And friggin', he even asked me, he was like, I'm gonna go same team. I was like, don't do it. It was like, wow. I was like, because that team sucked.
Well, this is what you need. You need to get advice from all three of these other people.
Yeah.
And
I don't think Ariz is any slouch on advice. I think he's been handing it out. He wants a better game. We all want a better game. That's the thing. Like, I don't want my opponent to do bad. I want my opponent to do better, as good as possible, so that when I do win, I feel better about it. And I think that's what Ariz gave me the rematch for, was he wanted to be like, it's twofold. One, he wanted me to be able to show off the things that I wanted to show off again. And then two, he wanted to show me that, like, even though I had whatever I had, he was the smarter pick. He made that week a smarter round, and that's what I respected about Ariz, and that's what I think we all feel like for Will, is like, that's why I think he's getting Pokemon traded to him. That's why I think we all support him. Like, we're all answering his questions, because in this league, what we just want is a better game. Ariz senpai.
I mean, that's what it's about. Is, having that battle.
We just want. Yeah, we just want a better player.
Nobody wants to be a bully.
You know what I will do, real quick? Let me go ahead and add an image. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me go ahead and save an image from Facebook. We're going to talk about the trophy real quick. So, I didn't even know he knew about this. I am the self-proclaimed league commissioner. I was added into quote-unquote the league back in the day. People would just get together and we battle and whatnot. But I had always, for the last like 3-4 years, I had been talking about doing an actual league, and we had done a couple of attempts. We just never followed through because we always had disputes about rulings, what have you. And so when I got added on this page, I was like, okay, I'm gonna approach them and be like, hey, who would want to do this? This is the league I'm talking about running. This is what I would like to see from it. These are the trophy. These are the here's what I want to do, and here's what I want to do, and if you guys want to participate, that would be great. And that's how I originally put it, and then everybody had an idea. We ended up almost doing a double season back in the day, and it was pretty cool, and I was excited about it. Oh, here's the trophy. I was excited about it, but then we ended up not doing it back then, and so when I came back, when I finally got the it'll get there. Okay, when I finally got the 3DS up and running, I was like, I want to do it. So I posted it again. I got 4 other people to participate off of that, and it's been smooth as ice since then. And I don't mean to talk shit about you and Philip, but I am going to, because here's the deal, man. It clearly wasn't me.
It could still be him.
Alright, so here's the trophy that we settled on. I asked for some input on them. People couldn't come up with a preference. I settled on this one because I have a larger version of it that I was using anyway, and I really like the Grim Gurde. That's the name of this suit. You can kind of see it there in the bottom left. It's from the Iron-Blooded Orphans Gundam series that's currently playing on Toonami. #Toonami. And Grim Gurde is a Valkyrie suit. It's not a Gundam. It's not a Graze. It's not any type of enemy suit. It's a Valkyrie that is a type of suit that was... I know this is Pokemon, but whatever. It's a type of suit that was developed the same time as the Gundams during the Iron-Blooded Orphan series, and they just ended up like taking a back seat kind of to the Gundams because the Gundam frames were just so powerful. But this is a remaining Valkyrie. It's the Grim Gurde. It has blades in its shields and stuff. So I was trying to come up with a custom color scheme and whatnot. I'm going to try to go for a Bisharp color scheme. I might try to go for the shiny Bisharp color scheme because it's already red. And just turn it blue. Try to go for the shiny Bisharp. But I was thinking even like I almost wanted to turn the 2 sword hilts purple, and then one of the blades purple, and then one of the other blades white to make them like Master Ball swords. You know what I mean? Like trying to make a Master Ball sword. I couldn't come up with anything yet, but I'm trying I'm trying to make it Pokemon related, so we'll see where we can take it from here. But that's going to be the trophy for this league. I know it's a giant robot and it's supposed to be a Pokemon trophy, but that's I build giant robots and those are the trophies. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about week 3. What's that? Week 3. Boom, week 3, and let's talk about week 3's matchups. We got Aris and versus Mike, and we got me versus Jordan. So that's a Umbreon in there. There you see the Dusknoir. Yeah, we changed a couple things in week 3. So these are the week 3 teams. Boop. Hang on. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Okay, so week 3 teams right here. Boom, boom. Yeah, I know it's kind of fucked up, but whatever. Alright, so week 3 teams. We did some trading. Now, this was the first week. I know we didn't really talk about it much last week, but we decided since, like, there's 5 people, there's an odd man out, and so by the rules, technically there would be one person a week that couldn't trade legally. So to counteract that, what we did was, like, one player, the player who gets bye week every week, gets to essentially have an extra waiver after everybody picks their first waiver. Okay. So he gets the same priority as everybody else in the original waiver, and then after everybody else is done, or Sunday afternoon, he can pick an extra waiver wire. So Will ended up doing that. He picked up Mamoswine and Kingdra this week. So these are his current players. I picked up Volcarona, and I dropped Rhydon, and I picked up that Umbreon from Jordan that I traded him the Dusknoir for. And that's why you see the Dusknoir Umbreon in our week 3 versus, because we were amicable, man. We traded together. We traded together on a week that we were competing together. Nah, I actually suggested it before I realized we were fighting, and then I realized we were up against each other, and I was like, let's be an example. But then we see Mike and Aris up against each other. Now that's gonna be a really good matchup, I think, because Mike and Aris are both really good players, and they seem to have some decent teams. I mean, we're gonna see that Blaziken, we're gonna see that Gengar, we're gonna see that Gyarados, probably gonna see that Charizard, probably gonna see that Lucario. You know what I mean? And then you have Jordan and I up against each other. Now we know from week 1 he's got some pretty good setups here. We've got some priority stuff. He picked up Hippowdon this week. Don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe because he thinks I'm gonna go Ninetales weather sunny day on him. You know what I mean? Maybe he's trying to do a counter weather. And according to Reese, Mike has beaten him before. So, like I said, we should have a really good match between those two. Jordan and I also should be a good match because I think overall our teams are pretty stacked evenly as far as defense and offense goes.
It's just going to depend on what you guys lead with and who builds the momentum first.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about in Pokemon. And let's go ahead and reinforce that real quick this week. This week, what we saw was strong baton pass teams. And we saw again strong openers. Focus on your openers. Your opener is going to set the tone for your whole match, and you have to understand that your opponent's going to have an opener that's going to do the same thing. So what are you going to do, Mike Senpai? So what are you going to do in that? You know what I mean? Like, you really got to think about your opener. Will isn't fighting this week, but let's go back to my team real quick. I did pick up the Umbreon, but I also picked up Zoroark. And this is a crucial clutch Pokemon in any draft league because it can really fuck your opponent up because of that illusion ability. When they come in, you don't know what fucking Pokemon is on the field. It could be Zoroark, it could be any fucking other Pokemon. And it's a high special attack sweeper. I wouldn't say sweeper necessarily. It's not as fast. It can be, though.
But I noticed that because you can also use it. When am I going to throw out my Mega Evolution? You only have 2 Mega Evolutions, is that right?
Who do I? Who's my? Yeah, I have 2 right now.
But I feel like that's something that's really strong to have too. So like, if
Which mega am I bringing?
right, but you would also have to have your Garchomp and your Ampharos in your party.
Now if you wanna, and I know this is probably giving a little bit away more about my team in general, but Ampharos, I did some research into Ampharos. Ampharos is actually a really good pivot Pokemon. And what I mean by that is when it becomes a Mega, it has super high defense and special defense and insanely high like HP. All of it's high as fuck. So this Pokemon comes in with Dragon Pulse Stab and Volt Switch Stab. So it'll Dragon Pulse you, it'll Volt Switch you. It's a great pivot Pokemon. And then it's got other moves just to support that, like to heal it or whatnot. And it's just a good pivot Pokemon. So if I bring Ampharos, we'll probably see some good pivoting from it, and might even be a good lead. Yeah,
If you lose it, you know?
especially if you lose
You
it.
can just keep it.
And I mean,
I have a lot of my favorite Pokemon.
we do have a lot of really good Pokemon on here. Now, I will say I didn't see, that Victreebel. And I did not fucking see that Pinsir. Those 2 Pokemon, I will say, were really good shines this week. I think that Pinsir did really well. But I really think that Victreebel was probably the biggest shiner this week. Now, I know that Blaziken came out and Gyarados ended up sweeping, but that was just good strategy and good setup. I don't think that either Pokemon necessarily shined outside of the role that they strategically played, whereas like Victreebel really kind of kept Mike alive for a little bit, and then that Pinsir kind of came in the clutch, you know what I mean? Aris had the match. Again, no offense, Will. Aris had the match, and that's important to remember. But I think that going forward, we're going to see some strong stuff from Will. He's learning a lot of stuff. Mike and Aris, big threats. All of us are really big threats here. I don't believe in myself as much as I did when we started.
Senpai and Aris Senpai.
Dude, when Jordan beat Mike, because I don't know much about Mike in general. When Jordan beat Mike, I was like, shit, like, what the fuck, man? Like, what am I gonna do?
Now, out of everybody's team, the ones that I really want to see the most, on Will's team, I really want to see Steelix. I really want to see Steelix.
I think that Steelix is a really good defense type that he's been sleeping on.
I think so.
There's a lack of outside of my team. There's a lack of fire on people's teams. I mean, we got the Chandelure, but really there's a strong lack of fire, so that Steelix can really shine. And Rock is just a great type. It's strong against fire and it's strong against flying, which is pretty prevalent in this league. And then another big threat to keep in mind is fighting. Fighting is really strong this particular season. So
The other one that a couple of other ones. So, Will, of course, I want to see the Steelix just because I like Steelix. Whenever, what was it, Gold and Silver came out, and then you put the Milk Coat with the Onyx. And
yep.
what?
I obviously went Scizor originally, but
I did the same thing.
I mean, fuck a Steelix. I mean, Steelix is good outside of if you only have one choice, I'm going Scizor, and that's what I had as a child. And I went Scizor, but no, Steelix is dude. It's got like what 230 base defense. Let's go ahead and look it up. I'll go ahead and look that up. I'm pretty sure though. Steelix.
The other ones that I want to see in Mike's team, I want to see the Sharpedo. Reese, I want to see you use that Kabuto.
Yo, the Sharpedo would be showing a lot more if we were using Oris. And I wanna make a post about it in the league after this because I think that Will does have Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire now, and if that's the case, trainers with Megas from Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire like Sharpedo and stuff should be able to use them. But as of right now, we're not able to, and that would include though Mega Steelix.
Yep.
Exactly.
What does he get?
Wow.
Ground-type, and Steel-type moves have their power increased by 33%.
And Sandstorm, which is insane. And if he could have picked up Hippowdon and Tyranitar, exactly. But no, base defense in normal form is 200. Base special defense 65, not that great, but not absolutely balls. Especially coupled with that defense of 75. It's not really all that bad. Pokemon I would like to see personally.
Hold on, I gotta get through my.
Okay.
So, Reese, I want to see Kabutops, just because that was probably my favorite.
Ooh, you know what? You know what? Let's talk about it. First of all, also one of my favorite Pokemon, my favorite of the fossil types in Gen 1. But this week, Will picked up Kingdra, and I had some shit to say about that. I said it has a lot of strong trade potential, because what we have here on Arisa's team is we have that Politoed with not Rain Dance. It has that ability. Drizzle that automatically comes in with a storm, a rainy storm. And then Kabutops has Swift Swim, and Kingdra has Swift Swim. Now, who he dropped for Kingdra was Poliwrath, who technically also has Swift Swim. So, like, over here on Arisa's team, you could see a Rain Dance team with Politoed, Kabutops, Kingdra if he was inclined to get that special attacker. If he was going for the physical attacker, which I don't think he will, because we have the Kabutops.
The Kabutops would be nice in that.
Kabutops is also Rock, yeah, and Rock is a strong, as we talked about already, Rock is a strong type in this. But if he had that Kingdra, that Dragon Water typing, really good, especially with the Swift Swim bonus. So I was like, Will, that's really good trade potential, and fuck up Poliwrath. Although, again, I didn't know that Poliwrath had Swift Swim at the time, and that's also really good. But no, we do have some bonuses like that, and then again we see that Jordan picked up the Hippowdon for the Sandstorm. I will say that although I appreciate Ampharos, I do regret trading Sylveon over, because I could have had 3 EVs, and you know I'm the EV guy, and I could have made that work with a strong like EVs really shine on a team together with Baton Pass. And that made a really good show this week, you know.
Now, Jordan, I'm looking at your team, and like I really don't see anybody that I would like to see. Maybe that Noivern, but like Ash Noivern.
Swift Swim bulk up. Swift Swim bulk up with Baton Pass Blaziken.
Is that what's gonna happen?
Oh Jesus! You're never gonna have. You wouldn't have a chance.
Now, I will say you got a lot of my favorite Pokemon. Like Zoroark's one of my favorite. Arcanine's one of my favorites. Ninetales is definitely.
Big fan of Arcanine.
And then Hitmonchan, of course.
I really like Hitmonchan, man, and I want to use him. And I had a build on Hitmonchan in our league. Yours in our league, if that's how you say that. That I really appreciate it. And I really like that Hitmonchan build, and I'll probably bring that Chan build into this league, which, as far as I've seen, as far as like Smogon and stuff goes, nobody had a build like that. Like, I went different with my Hitmonchan, and that's...
Guys, I have the replays if you want them. I am KidsFit on Twitter.
But no, and also big threats on my team, Garchomp and Bisharp.
Yep.
I have some really big, and for those of you that don't know, Volcarona. Great sweeper, bro. Like, Quiver Dance is an unbelievable strong ability, and we have a lot of good stuff for this upcoming week's matchups. We got a lot of good stuff, so that's coming into next week, guys. And then we got Mike versus Aris, me versus Jordan. Will gets the bye. Let's do one last little thing here. We're going to talk about... Let me bring this down a couple more. We're going to talk about the waivers for Week 3. This is Week 3's waiver wire. And what's left on the waiver wire. And I'll go ahead and remove Week 3 teams, so you can kind of just focus on the waiver wire. The waiver wire is looking like a doubles team reject list right now. Can you see it on your phone real quick? Yeah. Okay, so it's looking like a... Shut up, Levi. It's looking like a fucking... Yeah, I know it scares the heck out of you, Reese, because I fucking saw that motherfucker and I was like, this is the guy. No, but the waivers this week is looking like a reject list. I mean, we've got so much that would shine in doubles, but just doesn't do that well in singles.
Maybe?
Maybe on a Sandance team. I mean, a Sandstorm team, but
honestly, at the end of the day, doubles is just a.
I think doubles is better.
It is, but I mean, like, you can use them in singles, but you just gotta set them up.
Yeah, and that we've been talking about that a lot in the league lately, and like the Facebook page and stuff. Like, setup in singles just takes so much longer than in doubles. Doubles, you could set up, you could have one Pokemon out there still doing its thing while you bring in somebody else. The opening move isn't as crucial. I mean, it's still always crucial, but it's not as like you could fuck up one of your openers. Whereas in singles, if you fucked up, it could cost you the whole game. You know what I mean?
I mean, it will cost you.
Yeah, and here Reese says a lot of these are monstrous in doubles, and that's a good point. Like, a lot of these Pokemon on the waiver wire right now are really fucking good in doubles battles. And if you go back to the leagues that you and I shared together, we would switch off every other week. We would have, like, singles this week, and then the loser of last week would get to decide what the next week was. It was frustrating for me after a while because you ended up doing it did, but you ended up doing triple battles 3 weeks in a row, I think, and I was like so pissed.
I did not lose 3 weeks.
No, you did.
No.
But we did a triples battle, somebody called it, and then you were like, alright, triples again.
Yeah, right.
And then you were like, whatever happened, we did triples too many times, and I was mad, and I ended up winning that league, actually. Tripping balls. No, but I ended up winning that league. And it was specifically by the triples battle. I ended up pulling it out. I did a lot of research for that.
Just remember, put your chops up, and it prepared you.
I don't think I'm anywhere near prepared for the skill that we're seeing from some of these players this league. Like, I've never battled competitively like they are. Like, Taunt totally took me by surprise last week. And I already knew that, like, certain moves that were support moves were already OP, and I just, like, counted them out. I didn't do nearly enough research. I probably won't do nearly enough research in this upcoming week either. But what's going to happen is I'm going to learn a lot from each battle, and I'm learning from watching them. We're all learning from watching the replays.
How many weeks is this going?
I think 10 weeks.
What's the winners? How many wins?
It's based on total KOs, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like Reese got 6-0 this week. He's far ahead. Last week I didn't give him much of a fight either, so Reese is really, really high ahead. I think I'm basically making this trophy for him. I mean, it's only week 3, but like he's
with collusion going on. You guys can just put it together.
Dude, he's got a really fucking good and his team, I mean, is insane. He's got the Superior, he's got the Gengar, he's got the Blaziken. Those are 3 of the biggest sweepers, 2 of which are banned in some competitive playstyles. Like, yeah, exactly. And he's got him, man. And we're having trouble with it. But we'll see what happens next week between him and Mike. Mike is really good. Mike picked up Lapras. Lapras is a really good pick. I almost picked him up. I also almost picked up Ferrothorn. In fact, yes. Every Pokemon that was picked up this week was on my list of possible pickups, which was interesting. And now that this is an interesting thing about the waivers now is if you're looking at them, some of them might be clutch situationally, like between certain players, but a lot of them are only really good as of right now in doubles circumstances. And the problem with that is that, like, we're going to go into the next couple weeks with people not using their waiver switches, and then if you're going to want to change your team up, you're going to have to make a deal.
Well, I'll say this much. Reese, if I had the time to put in, I would join this league right now, just using what's in the waivers.
Oh my god.
I would mop the floor with you.
Bro.
I'm just saying that.
Bro.
I'm saying that right there. Just have that in your pocket, along with your trick work.
Yeah, mega. Alright, so I think that's all we got for you guys this week. This has been League Week 3. I said League 3. Yeah, no, this has been week 2. You're right, my bad. We're coming up as week 3, and we have these matchups on the right-hand side.
And if you look really hard, you can see behind Murasama Gaming, the actual Murasama.
Shut up, man! Shut up, man!
But we wanted it to be purple, so the purple's up.
It's a hot color. Boop, boop, boop.
Well, there it is.
Boop.
There it is.
All right, guys. So we'll see you next week, man. Thanks for watching, and good luck drafting. Yeah, good games. All right, guys. Bye. Signing off.